Brian Wilson, the musical mastermind behind the legendary harmonies of the Beach Boys, gifted the world with anthems like Good Vibrations, God Only Knows, and Wouldn't It Be Nice, defining an era with his sun-drenched sound and emotional depth. Yet behind the shimmering surf rock and bright California smiles lay a deep and painful personal struggle, one that Wilson carried to his final days. In a rare and vulnerable confession made before his passing, Brian revealed the emotional burden of his long and complex relationship with his cousin and fellow bandmate, Mike Love. Though fans had long sensed tension between the two, few realized the emotional weight behind their public and private discord. While Wilson was the introspective, sensitive composer pushing the artistic limits of the band's sound, Mike Love was more concerned with keeping the music accessible and commercially viable. This fundamental clash of vision led to countless arguments and a deepening rift that persisted for decades. One of the most significant flashpoints in their relationship came during the creation of Pet Sounds. Hailed as one of the greatest albums ever made, Brian, pouring his heart into a more experimental and emotional sound, faced criticism from Mike, who called the music too weird and doubted its marketability. This rejection cut deep, especially coming from someone Wilson had expected to support his growth. The emotional pain was only compounded by Brian's struggles with mental health. Friends and insiders later shared that Mike often lacked empathy during Wilson's battles with anxiety and depression, offering little support during some of Brian's darkest times. In one of his final reflections, Wilson confessed that Mike's indifference during those years felt like betrayal, stating, "He didn't believe in me, just wanted the hits." These words echoed the deeper emotional wounds Brian carried. Wounds tied not only to creative conflict, but to feelings of abandonment at moments when he needed compassion the most. Despite all of this, Brian never completely walked away from the legacy he helped build. He spoke lovingly of the fans, the music, and the dream they created together. But when it came to Mike Love, his tone remained conflicted, a mixture of sadness, anger, and unresolved grief. "We were family," he once said, "but it didn't always feel like love." This candid reflection sheds light on the pain that sometimes lingers behind success, reminding us that even those who shape cultural history are still human, vulnerable to heartbreak and disappointment. As the music world looks back on Brian Wilson's genius, it must also reckon with the personal cost of that brilliance. His final words about Mike Love don't erase the beauty they made together, but they do cast a shadow over the harmony, revealing the silent ache that accompanied every chord. Behind the joy of the Beach Boys' sound was a story of emotional struggle that, once revealed, left fans speechless and made Brian Wilson's legacy all the more poignant.